Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. Let me greet everybody real quick. Important Hardugu dog all the way to the main. Vasas los bonjour mes amis. Quero bawani konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama. Sani bonani. Jambo habarigani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom. Kumusta ka? Kumusta po kayo? Talafa lava soy fua. All right. Now, let me remind you a couple of things. All right. For the simps that might want to come through and try to debate what the real deal is, this is a no depolicing zone. All right. And y'all, this stuff gets crazy. It really does. Okay. And what we're going to talk about is the blatant hypocrisy of the BAW and why they are running into that burning wall. All right. The wall is undefeated. All right. Now, this was an older video, and I had to go through and kind of redo some parts of it, but I'm gonna leave some of my thinking up, and this is purely my opinion based on what this woman is saying and based on what we are able to prove. So if I call her a liar, that means that the same way I could do research without having industry leading writers and researchers that work on a magazine, uh, if I can do the research, then she could have done the research. That means this information that I know, she should know. The information that is, you know the story. Let's break this down. This video was first started in 2015-16. All right. And basically in Madame Noir magazine, this woman, Amari Anyango, right? This is how African women feel too, especially the ones that come over here. See, there's a difference between the African women that stay in Africa and then the ones that come over here to the United States. The women of melanin that come to the United States take on the same destructive persona of the BAW in the United States. Why? Because they get cover from the simps. In the United States, it allows them to lie, to destroy the Afro man. Why? Because the United States government and the people in it, the senators and all the rest of even the sellout so-called black ones, that this country has been built on either destroy if you can't use, get rid of if you can't use. But first you use and get rich off of the backs of the Afro man. And let's make it clear that the United States is rich off of not the Afro people. They are rich because they did it off of the backs of primarily the Afro man. 2/3 of the slaves were men, not black women. Your inventor was the black men out of necessity. All right, so let's get rid of that BS. Well, the woman, no one has been done as dirty as the Afro man. And the sad part is the people that helped the Caucasian man do the Afro man dirty was, yep, the black woman and other Sambos. Not Uncle Tom's. Y'all better go read. All right, so here's our 8 reasons. They're wide open instead of down low. We know that's a lie. We'll get into that. Gay white men tend to be more forthcoming, a lie, all right, about their sexuality. So she's straight up lying. And remember, she wrote this in a magazine. The down low phenomena is really not a phenomena. When they actually did the numbers, less than 1% of the dudes were just really that one down low character. What's happening is the black women are intentionally choosing to sleep with their gay friends. Period. And the gay friends will tell you. All right. The down low phenomena is less prevalent, which preserves the battery usage on your gaydar and relieves the stress. Yeah. All right. Just pause this and read this. Okay. Not looking for someone to take care of them. But if you look at it, look at Serena Williams. Okay. Her man makes less than her. When black women go to seek white men, they do take care of them. Who they won't take care of is an Afro man. Who they will combat is an Afro man with a job. All right, they'll take care of thugs. All right, the dude that come and slap it around a little bit, but you know that's how this goes. They attend and graduate from college. This is also a lie. Why is it a lie? Because remember, I showed you the chart. All group of men, their women, with the exception of the Asians, their women attend and graduate from college at a higher rate than the men. So white women graduate at a higher rate than the white man. The Hispanic women graduate at a higher rate, attend college at a higher rate than Hispanic men. And the Afro men the black woman attend college at a higher rate than the Afro man. Why is this? Because a lot of times it's the men that's working and putting their daughters and women through college while they work. The same ungrateful women then leave them after they got into college. We've seen stories before where the black woman gets with a sugar daddy or a man that really care about them. He puts her through college. Then she goes through college and now she feels like she has a piece of paper. Now he is no longer worthy of her. She is worthy of something greater than the man that put her through college. All right. So understand the BS. All right, here's the thing. Again, another lie. Because remember, even back then, the Afro man married at a higher rate than the black women. We're talking about 2015-16 when I first put this video up. This is why the black woman is no longer worthy of the protection of Afro men. Since we're not with her, she's not with us. Since she continues to lie on us this blatantly, we just need to leave her alone. We see something happening, walk to the other side of the road. Seriously. Remember I told you about the guy that helped the black girls and changed their tire? They killed him to rob him because by changing their tires, helping them out, feeding them and everything, chilling with them, they found out he had money. So these 4 black girls robbed him. I'll find that story. All right. They don't glamorize ignorance. Wait a minute. The very people that got all the money from owning black networks were white people. That's who's in charge of all the our entertainment networks and our magazines. So they got all the money for black-owned business, even though they weren't black. They were white people. Look at how the BAW is finessed. And the only ones glamorizing ignorance are the black women. They are the group that watches the most TV. And they watch the most ratchet stuff. Almost everything that is on TV is geared towards the black women when we talk about things that are in the media. All right. So again, just read what she says. Okay. Financial planning and stability. All right. Again, a liar again. In pre 1950, the Afro family was more financially better off than now. What was the change? In the 70s, the black women got rid of the working Afro man that saved his money up, worked 2-3 jobs to save up the money. She didn't appreciate it because he didn't have the white man's indoctrination papers, because that's what a college degree is. That's why it's worthless to men, all men. It's not worth anything to men. especially since you come out with all that debt. Think about it. Here's a key fact in all this. The BAW wants us to be stupid. Have the ability to look past your past. Don't take everything as a challenge to your masculinity. You know why white men that get with black women don't take everything to the challenge to their masculinity? Because the black women do not challenge the white man's masculinity. The only person in the United States that the black woman fights is the good Afro man. She'll screw over the thug, but she'll let the thug screw her. The only person, think about it, men that came up with stuff, men that came up with programs for boys, it was the black women that came together and decided to destroy it. They said, if you don't have girls in it, you can have things for just black girls. All right. But everything else has to be girls and boys. In other words, the black women said, we got to be all in everything you do, or you can't do it. And we will stop it by using the white man's system to do it. And the sad part is you got more white people that support good black men, good Afro men trying to do stuff than you have the black woman. That's the sorry part. You have more white people. The Hispanics definitely will support a working Afro man. This is why the younger generation of melanated men are leaving black girls alone, and you will see there's an uptick in brothers in young brothers talking to Hispanic women because everybody's tired of the bull. All right, I want y'all to just get a load of my thoughts, and this is 2015-16. All right, that's when I first put this video up. All right, and you could go look at the title and the author and probably find the article and see the date. All right, so let's take a look at this. And this is my thoughts, and think about it. It's still prevalent to this day. These type of lies that are easily disproven. About Jerry's this thing. All right. Now I just remember this is the one I had to redo. All right. So they were open wide instead of down low. So Jerry Sandusky, all these people here did their stuff on the DL. All right. And so while what the Afro man may affect a single family or basically a small part, just really a single family, what these dudes did was so heinous that it affected boys across so much. All right, so let's look at the lie that this is, and why I would call a woman that would try to omit such a thing a liar. All right, Jerry Sandusky, he was protected by Penn State. All right, the Nittany Lions, and he sullied the credibility of Joe Paterno. Rock Hudson, he died of AIDS, but nobody even knew he was gay. You can't get more down low than that. The priest, the Catholic Church, the priest, the Catholic Church. So the Catholic Church and Sandusky, all right, they went and they just a plethora of young boys, and the Catholic Church is the Caucasian man doing this around the world. But this black woman ignores this because the only purpose for her article is to trash Afro men and lie on them in order to build up things out of anger, because she decided to be a Thought 304, and brothers are saying no more. She and black women like her thought that they could rule over the Afro men, but the real men stand up, and all they have to choose from is the thugs. And they like the thugs, but then that wears out thin, is because they get tired of supporting the thugs. But that's the only ones they like. And the sad part is the thugs are only a minority of the Afro male population. So they have made it so they have nothing to choose from because the only thing they like, it is not in high supply. Okay? And then we talked about the college thing. Everybody's woman, except the Asians, more women attend college than men. More men work and I earn more money than the women who are attending college. So, yeah, go figure that out. Think about it.
4, at least attempt to marry before making babies. Also a lie. All right. Also hypocrisy. All right. Black women, they don't marry before having babies. So why would somebody that's supposed to be a virgin, a maiden, you're not supposed to marry anybody that's not a maiden. Maiden biblically is a virgin. Why would somebody that's supposed to be a virgin keep herself for a husband, require a dude not to have a child before he gets with her when she had 5, 6, or 7 by Pookie, Ray Ray, and them? I don't know. That's a good question, right? 72% of black children are born to single mothers. All right. But this is what's interesting. Twice as many black women have children than men. So that means if 5 men have children, then 15 black women, if 5 black men have children, then that means 15 black women have children. If 20 black men have children, that means 60 black women have children. Y'all get it? So if 100 black men have children, that means 300 black women have children. So if you take 300 families with children, 100 will be black men, but the other 200 will be black women. You see what I'm saying? Twice as many women, black women, have children than black men. That means the black women are screwing the same dudes. Okay? They do not glamorize ignorance. So, okay, Jackass is not ignorance. That they got a show on True TV. That's not ignorance. They're the ones that came up with the Real Housewives and all these reality TV shows out of laziness. Um, that's uh not ignorance. All black TV shows that's on now, that are produced by white people or hired, white people hired these black people to produce these TV shows because they control it. That's not ignorance. Um, um, all hip hop, um, all hip hop music is owned by white people. White people are the ones producing it. All right, and they're the ones selecting what hip hop artists make it to the top, what gets played. So when everybody was Africa conscious, teaching people that they should be in school, teaching people let's just have fun, no shooting up and stuff like that. When black people were when black people were producing their own stuff, when black males was producing hip hop, that's what was being produced. It was rap battles. It was poetic. It was skill. All the stuff that's being produced now is the white people producing the ignorance. Scandal. All right. All these are on air by white people. Again, the woman's a liar. Okay. And this is just to name a few. All right, all the ignorance that white people glamorized. All right, they had Breaking Bad. That's about a dude making what's the real serious drug. Y'all help me. All right, financial planning. Yes, they have stability until they decide to jack up the whole world and the United States. So black women won't talk to a dude, black man with good credit or anything. But she says white men have financial planning, right? So black people probably are not going to be aware of this is because we don't pay attention to what goes on in politics or in the news and stuff is because we're so into uh, BET, which is the glamorized ignorance produced by white people, Viacom to be more specific. But we had the Keating SNL savings and loan scandal, the Keating Five, where John McCain was one of the Keating Five. Um, you had, and that was a big scandal. You had Enron. These are all scandals that took down banks and took money from millions and millions and millions of people. All right, Enron, the housing and loan. Oh, a lot of you black women lost your house over that. All right, when they do stuff, they hurt the whole world, the entire world. Okay, they have the ability to look beyond your past. No white man marry whores. You don't see any black woman that a white man picked that had a bunch of babies. So that's a bold faced lie too. All right, so I'm not even going to deal with that. Black men don't even like whores, but will tolerate you. Black men are more likely to look past children if you kept your body up in enough shape. And them thugs like you when you had a bunch of children anyway, because you could take care of them thugs while you're taking care of your children. With all that money you stealing from the good man. All right. And don't take everything as a challenge to their masculinity because they don't have to. This is why. Black men is the challenge to white men masculinity. That's why everything is designed to suppress them, to include the black woman. Black women have YouTube channels that teach black women how to be submissive to white men and leave their BS black attitudes in the black community. These are dedicated YouTube channels by black women for black women. So,
All right, so here's the breakdown. These were my thoughts in around 2016. This is why we should let the black women hit the wall alone. Leave her to the thugs and stuff. We got options now. My final thoughts are this. We need to get them passports and get the hell out of Dodge. Not only do they despise us for being good men, all right, but they're not choosing, and then they want to blame the good men for the mess that the sorry men they are choosing, who is in the minority. Understand it, who is in the minority. They want to blame us for that choice. All right, so I want y'all to really think about it. They want to blame the Afro man for their failures while uplifting the very men who use them to destroy the community. The community is destroyed, and the BAW destroyed it. All the white man did was give her the tools and the backing to do so. He physically didn't put a gun up to her head. As a matter of fact, he said, I will give you a reward if you destroy your own man, children, and community. And the black woman said, what's the reward? And he said, food stamps and subpar housing. I'll even give you our piece of paper. We call it a degree. But it's nothing but a piece of paper. It doesn't mean your intelligence. It doesn't mean you learned anything. It means that you listened to us, sat in our class, gave us some money, And if you present this paper to us, we will give you a job at our plant, factory, office building. But understand that this has nothing to do with building a family. This has nothing to do with building a community. It has everything to do with making us, the white man, money at the expense of yourself, your happiness, the family, and the Afro man. How do you like those deals? And they jumped on it, hook, line, and sinker. And now that the repercussions are coming too, the chickens have come home to roost, they're looking for somebody to blame. And since the Afro man said, you know what, I'm tired of the Caucasian man, so I'm not participating in this thing. Oh, and by the way, we're tired of the BAW. So now to try to get a rise in us, they will continue to lie about us and uplift the Caucasian man. But we're saying, have at it. Have at it. Because once they get rid of us, they'll get rid of you. Because no one likes a traitor. You better watch them Hollywood movies. No one likes a traitor. Not even the people that are using the traitors. With that said, I'm out.